The diplomatic chamber stretched wide and tall, with walls that shimmered like liquid metal under the pale blue lights of the alien. Station Lisa Martinez stood before the assembled council of the Vryn Empire, trying not to let her nervousness show through her calm expression. The Vryn were an impressive species, tall and elegant, with scales that shifted between purple and silver, depending on their mood. Their queen sat at the center of the raised platform, her 4 eyes fixed on Lisa, with an intensity that made the human diplomat feel like she was being examined under a microscope. Meeting had been going well, until now Lisa had presented Earth's proposal for a trade alliance, shared technology, and cultural exchange, but then the conversation had taken an unexpected turn into biology and reproduction. Quan Zarathix leaned forward, her scales rippling with what Lisa had learned to recognize as skepticism. The translator device in Lisa's ear converted the clicking and humming sounds into clear English, but the tone of disbelief needed no translation. "You claim your species can reproduce at any time of year?" the queen said, her voice carrying across the silent chamber. "This is impossible. All known intelligent species have breeding cycle seasons when their bodies prepare for reproduction. Your claim suggests humans are unique in this regard," which seems highly unlike. Lisa had encountered this reaction before, during her training for this mission, but facing it in person with the entire Vryn Council watching was different. She took a steady breath and replied with practiced patience. "It is true, Your Majesty. Humans do not have a breeding season. We are capable of reproduction throughout the entire year. This is one of the biological traits that makes our species somewhat unusual." Queen's scales shifted to a deeper purple, a sign of doubt or suspicion. "You are lying," the queen stated flatly. "No species evolved intelligence while maintaining constant reproductive capability. The energy demands would be too great. The social structures would never stabilize. You tell me this to make your people seem more impressive, perhaps to intimidate us with claims of rapid population growth." Murmurs rippled through the assembled council members. Lisa could see the other Vryn diplomats exchanging glances, their scales flickering with various shades of uncertainty and interest. This was a critical moment, the kind that could make or break the entire alliance or majesty. Lisa began choosing her words carefully. "I understand this seems strange to you, but I assure you I am telling the truth. Human biology is different from Vryn biology. We evolved under different conditions on a different world. What seems impossible to you is simply our real. Let prove it." The queen demanded, her 4 eyes narrowing. "Prove that humans can breed at any time. If you can provide evidence, then perhaps we will believe your other claims as well. But if you cannot, then we must question everything your people have told you." Lisa felt her heart rate increase. This was not part of the planned negotiation, but she had been trained to handle unexpected challenges. She activated her portable data device and projected a holographic display into the center of the chamber. The image showed a rotating model of human anatomy with various systems highlighted in different colors. "May I explain human reproductive biology?" she asked Keith. Queen gestured with one clawed hand. "Proceed." Liza began her explanation, pointing to different parts of the hologram. "Humans have a reproductive system that operates on a much shorter cycle than most species. Instead of annual or seasonal fertility, human females experience a monthly cycle approximately every 28 days, though this varies between individuals. The male reproductive system is active continuously with no seasonal variation." Council members leaned forward, their interest clearly piqued despite their skepticism. "This means," Lisa continued, "that at any given time, a significant portion of the human population is capable of reproduction. We do not need to wait for specific environmental conditions or seasonal changes. Our bodies maintain this capability constantly." "Impossible." One of the council members spoke up, a tall Vryn with deep blue scales. "The energy costs alone would be devastating to a developing species." "How did your ancestors survive?" Elisa smiled slightly. This was exactly the kind of technical question she could answer. "Humans evolved as persistence hunters and gatherers. Yes. We developed the ability to eat a wide variety of foods and extract nutrients efficiently. Our constant reproductive capability actually provided an evolutionary advantage. It allowed our populations to grow quickly and adapt to new environments rapidly. We could expand into new territories without waiting for breeding seasons, but Queen Zerathix interrupted her scales. Now showing streaks of orange alongside the purple, what about social stability? How do your people maintain order if reproduction can happen at any time? Surely this leads to constant conflict over mates and resource. Sessa had anticipated this question as well. Humans developed complex social structures too. Manage reproduction, we have cultural practices, social norms, and in modern times, medical technology that allows individuals to choose when and whether to reproduce. We are not driven purely by biological instinct, we have the cognitive capacity to make decisions about reproduction based on personal circumstances and social factors. Queen sat back, her scales shifting to a thoughtful green color. You speak of choice. This is also unusual. Most species experience strong biological imperatives during breeding seasons that override individual preference. You suggest humans can simply decide not to reproduce even when biologically capable. Lisa confirmed that is correct. Humans experience attraction and desire throughout the year, but we have the mental capacity to act on those feelings or not. As we choose, this cognitive control over biological urges is part of what allowed us to build complex civilizations. Council chamber fell silent. The Vryn diplomats seemed to be processing this information, their scales shifting through various colors as they communicated with each other in their own language without using the translators. Lisa waited patiently, knowing that pushing too hard now could backfire. Finally, the Queen spoke. Again, her voice more measured than before. These are extraordinary claims, Lisa Martinez. You must understand that in all our centuries of space exploration, we have never encountered a species with such biology. The Vryn have a breeding season that lasts 3 months every 2 years. Most species we know follow similar patterns. Your humans seem to break all the rules of biology. You understand? Lisa nodded respectfully. I do understand, Your Majesty, and I am prepared to provide more evidence if needed. We brought medical records, scientific studies, and even live biological samples that can be analyzed by your scientists. We have nothing to hide and everything to gain from honest exchange of information of the younger council members. A Vryn with bright silver scales spoke up. What about population control if your species can reproduce constantly? Do you not face problems with overpopulation and resource depletions? It's a valid concern, Lisa acknowledged. And yes, humanity has faced challenges related to population growth throughout our history. However, we have developed technologies and social systems to manage this. We have contraceptive methods that allow individuals to prevent pregnancy. We have family planning education. And in recent centuries, we have even managed to stabilize our population growth through economic development and social change. Queen's scales rippled with what might have been amusement or appreciation. You are saying that your species learned to artificially create the population controls that other species achieve naturally through breeding seasons. In a sense, yes, Lisa agreed. Though I would not call it artificial, it is simply how we adapted to our biology. We used our intelligence to solve the challenges that our biology presented. Queen Zerathix stood slowly, her full height impressive, even among her own people. The other council members immediately fell silent, giving her their complete attention. The Queen walked down from her platform, her movements graceful and deliberate, until she stood directly in front of Lisa. Only a few feet separated them. Lisa could see the complex patterns in the Queen's scales up close, each one reflecting light in different ways. Lisa Martinez, the Queen said, her voice softer now, but no less intense. You have presented remarkable claims about your species. I find myself wanting to believe you because if true, this means humanity possesses an unusual trait that could be valuable to the Alliance: fast adaptation, quick population recovery in times of need, and flexible colonization capabilities. But I must be certain. Bring me your evidence. Let my scientists examine it thoroughly. If your claims are verified, we will proceed with the Alliance with great enthusiasm. If they are not, she paused, her scales darkening, we will know that Earth cannot be trusted. Lisa met the Queen's four-eyed gaze. Without flinching, I welcome the investigation. Your Majesty, truth will only strengthen our potential partnership. Queen nodded slowly, then turned to her council, summoned the biological research team. I want a full analysis of the human data they provide, and she looked back at Lisa. I want you to remain on our station during this process. You will work directly with our scientists, answer their questions, provide whatever samples and information they need This is too important to handle at a distance, Elisa. Felt relief wash over her. This was the best possible outcome given the circumstances, of course, Your Majesty. I am at your service, over. The following days, Lisa worked closely with the Vrin research team led by a scientist N.